Hey, happy Venus Friday. Friday is sacred to Freya, which connects to Venus. And anyway, today Venus goes into Taurus until July 4th, and then she goes into Gemini on July 4th until July 30th, where she goes into Cancer. So she's moving pretty quickly. And why this is important is that since 4 months ago, since February, Venus has either been in Aries or Pisces because of a retrograde cycle. So we've been doing a lot of inner work, and it's called inner work for a reason. And so the children of Taurus and Libra are most affected, whether that's sun, moon, or rising. But in association with that, we've all been affected to various degrees to really looking at unfinished business and what does redemption mean and our value system and how we maintain equilibrium. Because Venus is considered our sister planet, and with her going into Taurus on a Friday, just suggests to slow down while she speeds up. So she's moving faster, but at the same time, relatively faster than she has been over the last 4 months. But in that relative speed, externally, internally, it's about slowing down. That's the paradox, y'all. That's the ability to recognize our soul's SOUL apostrophe S, our soul's voice that says slow down to look at what's the evolutionary arc of your life. And since Taurus is an earth sign and it's where Venus rules or is most comfortable, sort of like going to your favorite Airbnb or Vivo or whatever, or Verbo, but anyway, going to your favorite resting space and getting even a better space, renting a room but getting a suite, so to speak, to use that metaphor. But Venus in Taurus says attract and complement what really matters. So slow down, appreciate the beauty. So the Aries Scorpio people and Capricorn, those who are ruled by Mars or those who are ruled by just having to get shit done, that masculine dickish energy that we all have, no matter what our pronouns, no matter, just come on, we just got to get over this only identifying with this physical vehicle. Because since 2000, since our century went into a two, hmm, we're all working with integrating the binary. Because according to Richard Rudd and the Gene Keys, and he got this from some more ancient wisdom, that in divine mathematics, when we're talking soul's voice, the two doesn't exist. Yeah, duality. Two doesn't exist. That's our mind. So we got the oneness that we all are on an awareness basis. And then we got the three, the Trinity. Yeah, I ain't going into all of that. Now, if you want more information about that, you know where to get in touch with me. But back to the Venus and Taurus, to the Venus and Gemini on July 4th. So, big deal is that Saturn and Jupiter square off in Aries and Cancer, well, Jupiter's in Cancer and Saturn's in Aries, on Father's Day. Yeah, I'm gonna write more about that and on the blogs and on at Belief is Not Required. Well, Saturn and Jupiter are the daddy planets. Well, Jupiter is the father that is benevolent and that, sometimes tweaks or comes in as the gunkle, the gay uncle, or the uncle, or the aunt that allowed you to drink in her home but not outside her home. Jupiter represents the merciful willingness to overlook and forgive. And Saturn is the father that says you've got to eat your vegetables or you've got to do that extra lap if you're running track or whatever it is. Saturn, what I love, love, love to say about Saturn is that he's that English teacher or that teacher that knew that you could write or do your essay right on, improv. And so he, she, or they gave you the B plus because they knew you could do better. So Saturn is constantly at you, either using fear, guilt, or shame. Fear, guilt, or shame, which from the soul's perspective has no cosmic basis because the soul, a la our raw material, and that equilibrium and balance between the ego and soul, the soul's major goal not only is wholeness, but the wholeness looking at how we evolve. What are the lessons learned? All right. And so Venus in Taurus until July 4th. So it's the tortoise, not the hare. It's recognizing beauty everywhere and understanding that love is a complementary, attracting energy, and it's in the details. So let's not get it twisted. Let's not get uh, ego ambitious in the sense that my matter, my values are better than your values. No, Venus is about how do we seek and how do we embody common ground and equilibrium. So Saturn and Jupiter square off on June 15th in initiating signs of Cancer and Aries. Jupiter is stronger than the Saturn in Aries, just easier to access if that's a better way to look at it, or a better way for you to feel it and trust it. So, general rule of thumb with Venus and Aries is with Jupiter going into Cancer on June 9th, on Monday, is how would you treat every person as a family member that you meet day to day? A healthy family member where there's a mutuality, a reciprocity, a give and take. This is Quan out, and belief is not required. Subscribe to, as well as our raw material. Appreciate you.